All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, in just 2 years, our next guest, Dana Bradley, lost 166 pounds. She reversed multiple health issues, just completely changed her relationship with food, fitness, herself, right? And now she's a runway model. Also Mrs. Alabama International 2024, a health coach helping other women do the same. So safe to say her journey is raw and real in just the most inspiring way. And again, Dana herself is here to tell that very story in person. Dana's sister, first, can I just say, you are incredible in so many ways. I mean, stunning to say the least. But again, your story is so much more powerful than that. Thank you for joining us and sharing what you have to say, because it resonates with a lot of people. And so we're excited to hear this firsthand. First, again, I want to talk about, you lost, again, 166 pounds in 2 years.
Yes.
Catch us up to speed before that, though. You said how did you kind of get to that point in your life? You said that I think you're kind of eating a lot of sugar and things of that nature. Did you grow up kind of with these life patterns?
I grew up around sugar.
Okay.
I was a fairly small girl until I was about in 3rd grade. And then I started gaining weight. My mom was diagnosed with cancer when I was in 8th grade, and I ended up turning to food for depression. And I lost my mom when she was 50 years old.
Oh,
so I lost my mom
sorry.
when I was 14, and it was a very, very hard life to kind of overcome without her. So I pretty much just kind of ate and turned to food.
Yeah, we know a lot of people.
My sourcing of coping with things.
Yeah.
And so, you know, through the years, I got married, had my children, just got happy, started gaining weight, and never looked back at anything. And I had too many strokes before I was 35.
Oh, goodness.
And I survived, thankfully, and I still didn't get my life right. But then March of 2020, but during the midst of COVID was just around the corner. The doctor looked at my lab work and he said, you know, you can leave your kids without a mom. And I didn't want to do that. I looked at my children, who were 13 and 16 at the time. Here I was 43, and my mom died when she was 50. And I'm like, how could I do that? Like, how could my kids grow up without a mom? Because that was the one thing that I missed most in my life, was growing up without her, and I couldn't do that to my kids. So he kind of threw water in my face and said, you need to wake up.
And that was a turning point for you. And Dana, praise God you were able to do it. So I think, again, initially, I can only imagine kind of the first hit being met with that news, like, hey, this is a matter of life and death.
Oh, yeah.
And the doctor kind of faced you with that. Where do you start from? Where do you go from there? I mean, we want to stress, you lost all this naturally, which I think people might initially assume, oh, you had some kind of surgery, what have you. This was a natural process. How did you even first go about making this happen? Because this is unbelievable.
Well, you know, during COVID, there were no ways you could do elective surgeries. There weren't any options for shots for me. There weren't any options for pills, and I didn't want to do any of that. There wasn't enough time. And time wasn't on my side. We had COVID going on. My father-in-law died during COVID. My husband lost part of his eyesight during COVID. My kids were home during COVID. The dogs were barking. Everything was going on around me, and I was about to go crazy. But I knew that I had to go home, empty out my sugar. I had to stop giving up Coca-Colas, which were my drug of choice, my alcohol. That was my addiction. And so I gave all that up with a lot of sugar. I started researching everything I could about nutrients, what I needed to eat. Went and bought me a pair of gym shoes at Walmart so I could work out starting the next morning. I sat in my car and I was thinking about everything I had to do, because I did not want to leave my kids. That was the moment I sat there and I broke down. And I needed to do what I needed to do for myself and for my family, because I wanted to see my kids grow up.
Yeah. And here you are now and doing it so beautifully. We see your children here again on the screen. And it is amazing to think, with, again, in 2 years time frame. And it's crazy to think, I mean, just initial things, cutting out Coke, getting a pair of tennis shoes, which granted were big steps for you, but they're kind of simple concepts, right? And you don't have to join these crazy workout plans per se. You're now, though, a health fitness coach. You're Mrs. Alabama International, spreading this message. What does life look like for you now, and how do you kind of stay on track? Because I think sometimes people, you know, they get to a certain point and then sometimes refer to bad habits.
It's been very different for me. A lot of doors of opportunity came open for me, and they don't when you're a bigger person. So like, society was very, very different to me after I lost all the weight. I ended up entering a pageant, and I won my first pageant. I grew up watching them with my mom, and it was nice to be able to bring my platform to the girls and boys clubs and teach them about fitness and about health, because that's where my platform is. I want others to be healthy. I know what it's like to be healthy, and it feels great. And I'm in the best shape of my life right now, and I want everybody else to feel that way.
Yeah. You feel better too. I think sometimes people are like, oh wow, you look incredible, but you feel better too.
You wake up better, you wake up refreshed, you wake up with no aches and pains. As we get older, we start acknowledging all our joints are not they're not working as well. Then I just didn't want to end up like my mom. I wanted to make sure that I had a way of transforming my life in a way she couldn't.
Yeah. And how do you feel too now? I mean, it's incredible, Dana, again, looking at these photos. I think some people, I imagine you've seen the reactions, people are like, oh my word, this is the same person.
Yeah.
You know this girl on the left though so well. I mean, it's you, right? I mean,
I love the girl on the left so much because she took a stand for herself to make her life better for herself and her family. So I love her on the left. She is definitely someone I will always love. And the woman on the right is still the same person, just a lot healthier and able to be here for her kids. And the doors of opportunity have opened. I've been able to do so many amazing things and walk the runway and model and things I never thought possible. It's just, the journey is not always easy.
It's not.
There's been a lot of obstacles in the journey, and you have to be willing to take those. And I have. I've had a lot of bullies, cyber bullies. I've had, community bullies. But I'm still here, and I'm still showing my children that, through all that, mom has rised. You know?
Dana, you are so incredible in so many ways. I think no matter your journey, whether it's weight loss or emotional journey, or bullying, as you mentioned, you've experienced so many things, and we're so grateful for it. This has been truly one of the most inspirational conversations I think we've had. Thank you for coming on. This is Dana's contact information. Again, we will stress she is a health coach here in town, so definitely reach out should you need more personal help. But for now, Dana, thank you again so much. Keep doing what you're doing. It's been an honor this morning. Thanks.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.